I'll give it another minute before we officially start. The Zoom links are still on the website, even though Mr. Finelli told me that they would have been switched to the Google Meet link before today. We were emailing the other day about it. So I'm just trying to monitor to make sure. I do get emailed if somebody like joins that meeting room to my work email. So I'm trying to monitor to see if anybody were to join that, and then I can quickly log in on my phone and tell them, hey, we're not on that one. And I've deleted all the other meeting links in my actual Zoom account for all the future meetings, but they are still on the website. So hopefully nobody goes to the website to get tonight's meeting link. I did email all the members through Member Hub today and posted it on Facebook. So fingers crossed. We got a good amount of people here. Hopefully that worked. We're presenting, okay. Can you guys see the presentation? Okay, I just moved it to my other screen because when I started presenting, I couldn't see anybody on my screen anymore. We'll just give it another minute. Marianne, will you take note of everyone who's on the call today? Thank you. Okay, I want to be mindful of everybody's time today. So I am going to call this meeting to order and ask if everyone can, along with me in your homes, say the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you so much. I'm going to quickly show you the agenda similar to last month. I'm going to go through my report, then I'm going to have Vanessa share what she's been working on in the last few weeks. If Holly is on, she's welcome to share the box tops update. However, I do know she wants to step down. So if there's anybody on the call today or in the meeting who's willing to kind of fill in that role as our box tops chair, feel free to let us know. Marianne is going to be covering both the council delegate and treasurer's report because Donna is still working lunch pickups at the school. Then we'll go to Mrs. Evans' report and then cover any additional reports or new businesses from our teachers or other members today. Before we get started, we do need 2 members to approve last month's meeting minutes. I know I can pull them up quickly. Give me 1 second. For those of you who were all here in the September meeting. Sorry about that, guys. I forgot about this. And then I'll share this quick screen. Stop sharing. Share. Window. All right. So here are last month's minutes where we talked about all the different fundraising opportunities. I gave an update on the box tops. We talked extensively about the budget, and we did a vote on the budget. Mrs. Evans talked about devices and the cohorts and the virtual academy and open house, update on PPE. Mrs. Russell, and that we got the conversation started about a merchandise sale. Do we have 2 people that want to raise their hand and give us a go for last month's minutes? We got 1 and 2. Perfect. Thank you, guys. All right, I gotta switch window back to here. It's so weird. There is no conversation back and forth. This is real tough, you guys. I really miss being in the community room. God bless all you teachers that are doing this with the students all day long. Okay, so hopefully my update should be short and sweet, but I have some really great news. We made a lot of headway over the last 3 weeks on the conversation that we had last month on the different fundraising opportunities. First, I want to give a huge thank you to Mrs. Russell for helping me work with Nickel City Shirt Company for our online merchandise fundraising sale. That kicked off on October 1st and will run through October 18th. It's all completely online. So we have like a hub portal website. You can go ahead, you can place your order there. They're going to handle all of the payments and everything. We are making, we do make a portion, so we are making some fundraising off of this, which is nice. And then when the sale closes, all of the merchandise will be shipped to the school. As the PTA, though, we will be responsible for kind of organizing the merchandise and getting it out to the families. So far, it looks like a lot of the orders are teachers and administrators, so that's great. So that should be a pretty easy distribution to get that to everybody within the school. But when we take a look at the names, if there are families, we'll just have to contact the families and set up a time to have them come and pick them up. I'm thinking probably the easiest time or days to do this would be during lunch pickups on a Tuesday or a Thursday when a lot of families are coming to the school anyway to pick those things up. So I'll work on more of those logistics after the sale has ended, and I can figure out exactly how many families have ordered and what works best for our team and any other volunteers that are able to kind of help us with handing out that merchandise.
Hey, Kate,
yes.
I'm sorry. Can I accidentally shut myself off trying to take myself off mute for a second. Who approved the minutes for me, please?
Kia and Chloe Bradley. And there may have been other members, but I can't see everybody on my screen.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. The next fundraising that I wanted to share is we did move forward with 2 options in November. Both of them are online. I wanted to be able to give families 2 opportunities for gift shopping for their family. So since we won't be able to do the traditional Merry Moose holiday shop that the children do in the school, there is an online option that our company that we normally do it through they found a third-party vendor that they're working with. So we're partnering with them, and it's an all online. I have all the promotional materials for that. And so the kids and their families, if they're home, they can go on and they can order the cutesy little mugs for mom and pens for grandma and magnets and all of those little cute gifts. But I also wanted to offer, some families do like to buy the gift wrap or the casserole dish warming thing or the measuring cups. I bought my grandma this really pretty angel thing for Christmas. It was $20. I knew it was part of our fundraiser, but my grandma loves angels, so it's a Christmas gift that I got for her. So I wanted to be able to offer people a catalog gift for more mature gift options, but then have an opportunity for the children to still buy gifts. So it's run through the same company. That's why it was easy to kind of offer people both. Both are online. Both will ship directly to you, to the customer's home. So we as a PTA don't have to worry about managing those orders and distributing them to the customer or to the parents and families. That's great. And that is going to run November 2nd through the 17th. It has to run early enough so that the families can have their gifts and their packages and all of that shipped and delivered to them in time for the holidays. So it's going to be a 2-week long fundraiser. I have some of those flyers already ready to go. And once we are I wanted to get through the merchandise sale first before we get ready to kind of promote the next fundraising opportunity to our families. School picture update. I'm going to jump ahead one bullet point. I did just get at the end of the day 2 dates from Life Touch that they offered me for our kindergarten through first graders. They gave me a Monday date and a Thursday date for the 2 different cohorts. I'm just waiting on approval from administration to let me know if those days work, and then we can get that out to families and let everybody know. They have not given me dates yet for our 2nd through 4th graders, which I'm going to assume is going to be sometime early December, or a Wednesday date for all of our virtual academy students who may want to come in and get their photos done. So didn't really make much headway on that other than them getting me dates very last minute today. So that is all I have on the fundraising side, and I'm gonna let Vanessa talk about our chicken dinners.
Hi guys. I have been in contact with Chevetta's. They are going to do our chicken dinner, which will be November 14th. We're thinking time-wise between 1 to 7 or until they're sold out. We do have to sell about 400 chicken dinners. They did up that. So we will have pre-sale available for you on the, why am I blanking on what it's called? Member Hub. We'll set up a pre-sale order for you on Member Hub for you, so you can go ahead and pre-sale those. And you'll still be able to buy them day of as well.
Perfect. We are looking at setting up Venmo too. We do have a card through the credit union. Either Donna or I just have to get that set it up through an account real quick, and then we'll get that link out to everybody. So you can either order a Member Hub or make a payment through Venmo, and we will have those ready. So we're about a little over a month away. So materials for that, we'll probably wait until the beginning of November to start pushing out flyers and information. I believe we discussed, we are going to get signs from Judy's to kind of get those out in the community and really try to promote this. But feel free to start talking about it now with your family and friends, and getting some orders out. And absolutely, we'll totally make sure that it's on Facebook, of course. I know I had the merchandise stuff on there, but I try not to, hit day after day with the same things over and over, but we'll get that rotated in. So moving on, box tops. Holly, are you on? I wasn't sure if she's on. Holly, she is on. Holly, do you want to share?
Hi. There's 4650 in box tops. I don't know if you can hear me.
Doesn't say anything about disability. It just says,
I can.
Okay. So just keep on scanning your receipts. I don't know how they're doing it with the official box top because I haven't seen any. So, but
I really think that's perfect. I really think that's our only way, and until maybe kids are back in school, then we'll see if they're being sent in. I don't know if that will happen, but great. Thank you. Okay.
Hi, am I hitting treasury first or secretary first?
Secretary, can you see my presentation or no?
Barely, but that's just me and my eyes.
I can make it bigger. Sorry about that.
No, that's okay. Okay, so I'm also not paying a lot of attention to that because I'm looking down to right at the same time. So we have currently 57 members in Member Hub. 36 are staff and teachers, yay. 26 are regular standard family memberships, 5 of which I put in last night myself. So we kind of need to push those somehow still amongst the kids' families, if possible. And sorry, kind of double duty talking and writing at the same time.
While you're writing, Mary Ann, one thing I want to share is today during lunch pickup, we did hand out our who we are mission letter statement, and on the back of it, kind of like a membership. I don't want to say a letter, but the link to where people can join, our meeting dates, and what we're doing as a PTA to support the families and students this year that we normally send home in take-home folders on the first week of school. So we sent that. That Donna got the approval from her boss for us to be able to hand that out today and Thursday with meals. So who knows? Hopefully we'll get some parents that read that and it may pique their interest to check us out on Facebook, or maybe somebody who's on the meeting today joined because of that flyer. Who knows?
Hopefully. Okay, so that's pretty much it for the secretary's report. But that's pretty good so far. And then moving on to treasurer. Donna gave me a bunch of stuff to go through. So we managed to get the debit card, as Katie mentioned, which is the only activity on the bank statement we have since the last meeting. We're still using checks for most of our main purchases, but it helps to have the debit card. We received $307 from membership for all the online memberships so far. This will reflect on next meeting's reports. Food service was handing out the membership form, which Katie mentioned. We have, the bank statement and the member hub report. So that's pretty much it for the treasurer's report so far. Anybody got any questions about that? Okay. If you do, Donna should be here later too.
All right, I think it's time to turn it over to Mrs. Evans.
Good evening, everyone. Just a few updates for me, and I'll be very brief again. Right now, we have completed all of our rounds of actual device distributions. The goal for the district is still to become a one-to-one district. We're reluctant to put a date on it because we're at the mercy of when distributors when they're distributing devices. Everyone in the country is doing the same thing. Around the world, they're doing the same thing right now. But the goal is to become one-to-one. For now, we've only given devices to families who have requested them. I know there was some confusion out there with regards to whether or not all families needed to request one, even if you've purchased your own for those children who are returning under a hybrid model, but that's not the case. You don't have to request one. And I understand what the rationale was, because then students could have a device in school and at home. But the district just made a decision in the last 24 hours, our assistant superintendent, is that all devices will stay home for now until we are able to build capacity and be at the point of where we're at a one-to-one device. So students who are returning and they are hybrid, they will leave those devices at home and we will make other arrangements in school, which is kind of in some ways good because they're on screen so much right now. So they'll have limited, not as many days on screen, and they still have 3 days at home on screen, the majority, unless they're in our self-contained programs. We're also starting to plan for our next wave of orientations. Yay! So we are bringing all students back who are in cohort A on October 28th. all second through fourth grade students who are in cohort A, and you see it there on the under the report. Cohort B will come back on November 4th. The open house is this Thursday from 5 to 7 p.m. It'll be our first virtual open house. We'll see how it goes. It won't have the same level of excitement that the kids typically have about coming in and showing us their classrooms and what have you, but we'll see how this virtual open house goes. There are multiple times listed on the agenda, and Kelly can definitely speak to that because she did a good job working with Larissa on that and creating it. And we have times where you can see all the classroom teachers, times where you can see the special areas teachers, times where you can see the interventionists, times where you can see our mental health support teams. So that is, again, this Thursday from 5 to 7 p.m. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to us. Kelly, did I miss anything on that one?
No, I think that you covered it all, other than, there are going to be both live and asynchronous sessions. So if families can't by some chance be able to, touch base with special area teachers or with, an interventionist, many of them also have links that have videos that can convey that information. So there's an option for both. So, hopefully we're able to meet the needs of as many families as possible.
Okay, thank you. And there's one other point that I want to say. If your kids are in cohort A or cohort B, know that we are still working on transportation. So they haven't been routed yet. So I'll just give you a little bit of background and maybe more. That we're still in the process of bringing some of those, I'll just say divisions of our school district back, because some during the COVID closure weren't fortunate enough to continue to be employed, because if you didn't have any bus routes to do, then what are the options in terms of, riding a bus, or if you're going to not be working. But we're bringing everyone back. And so don't think that you're behind if you haven't received information related to what day your child, if you're in cohort A or cohort B, is riding the bus. That information could be 11th hour information that will be communicated to you. But it's just really, we're working on bringing everybody back into transportation. And once we're up to having half of the students going to school, we'll have half of the drivers. And then when we get to more of the students going to school, we'll have all of the drivers back and operating our buses. So we are working on that right now. And then, do you have any questions for me? Okay, well, thank you. I don't have anything else right now.
Okay. Mrs. Russell, do you have anything to share? Maybe she's stuck.
No, I'm here. Just wanted to, school spirit wise, let you know that our new counselor, Rebecca Kobliaski, is working with, we have had, I'm drawing a blank on his name, we have had Mike something come in and do a character ed magic show kind of thing. We've had him the last few years in the first 2 weeks of school, and he's doing virtual presentations now for schools, which is great. So he had actually contacted Rebecca, so they're working together, and I think that was, if I remember correctly, $250 that we that comes out of the school spirit budget line. So just, we don't have a date or anything like that. It'll be during school hours. Typically he does a grade level at a time, and he gears it toward that grade level. So I think that's what they're probably going to do again. I don't know how it'll work virtually, but I guess we'll hear more from Mrs. Kobliaski. But just so you know, that'll be something coming out of the school spirit line.
All right. Do any other parents have anything that they would like to share? Or any new business that we'd like to bring up?
In the chat, Ashley asked, have decisions been made with regards to the virtual academy and teacher assignments? And I apologize for not bringing that up, especially given the fact that many people have told me that the U.S. mail has been very, very slow. We did mail letters last week with virtual assignment classroom teachers on there, Ashley, for grades K1 and our self-contained students, for those who are staying, for kids who are staying all virtual. We will take care of grades 2 through 4 at a later date, but the decision was made. So the district rescinded their initial decision, which was to have all students go with a new teacher on October 13th and not let them continue to develop a relationship. And then you get the gist. So with that being said, now grades 2 through 4 will transition to their virtual teacher if they continue to be virtual at the same time that their classmates will be coming in and under a hybrid, either cohort A or cohort B.
Okay. The last thing I wanted to put up just was another quick snapshot of the upcoming events. So the open house, the virtual open house is October 8th. Grades 2 through 4's orientation is on October 28th. Cohort B's orientation for grades 2 through 4 is on November 4th. And then our Chevetta's dinner is on November 14th. We'll probably be requesting some volunteers to help if you're able to do so. I think our team is just still trying to figure out, one, we need to just verify with Chevetta's that the 1 o'clock to 7 o'clock time frame. I know we definitely nailed down the date and we want to start at 1 o'clock and have it run through dinner. And then I had emailed Mrs. Evans about possibly using the loop in the front of the school. So just waiting on some logistical measures before we reach out to our members and ask, can we, if about needing some help with running meals out to families' cars. This is meant to be strictly drive-through. Nothing obviously coming into the building, people just coming in, picking up their meals and going. So it's going to be a quick process. So more information on that to come.
Katie, if we have volunteers for an extended period of time, then I may need to bring in B&G. So I'll just make sure I work with our B&G staff. You know what I mean? Otherwise, we might have to do shifts, but I'll work on that and try to get back to you tomorrow.
Yeah, let me know what the rules are, because if we have to do shifts to avoid needing to bring in B&G, then we'll see what we can do. Especially if we can get enough volunteers to do shifts. If people may even feel better about that if they know they're only coming to volunteer for 2 hours. They may feel that that's something they can take on rather than, oh my gosh, I have to be there for 4 hours or 6 hours all day long. So yeah, if you want to let me know what those rules and regulations are, we'll work around that and then build our plan. But at least let everybody the date and let them know that we are moving forward with the chicken dinner. Here's the date, save the date, and then we'll get more information out to families when we have all that nailed down. This is going to be the standard Google Meet link. It's Ms. Evans' link that she created for us for our PTA meetings. Like you saw, we're recording them. We do have a PTA YouTube channel that I have uploaded last month's meeting to, and this month's meeting. I'll be uploading this one too. Afterwards, anyone who was not able to attend, they're going to be able to view those. Eventually, I'll move them onto Facebook as well. Again, so that just people can get the information. But feel free to please kind of keep this meeting link for future. Our meeting next month is November 17th at 6:30. Does anybody have any questions before we officially wrap up? I think the fastest, after last month being the longest PTA meeting, this month being the fastest PTA meeting. No? Okay, well, thank you guys again. We got the merchandise order. Don't forget about that now until October 18th. Order your t-shirts or sweatshirts, any type of Ben Franklin swag. And then starting in November will be the Winter Wonderland catalog and the what used to be the Merry Moose Holiday Shop for the children, November 2nd to November 17th. And more information for that will be pushed out a little bit before in November. Awesome. Well, thank you guys. I appreciate you and I appreciate your time. I hope you have a wonderful evening, and we'll see you next month.
Thank you. Thank you for all of your time and all of your efforts, everyone. Have a good night.
Bye.